Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and this is obviously an unfortunate video to make, but I wanted to take time to celebrate the late great Dame Maggie Smith, our Professor McGonagall. And then I thought to myself, I would rather make a video when I am coherent, celebrating the life and career that she created, because I realized that I had only known Maggie Smith from Harry Potter. And of course, nothing will ever come even close to Potter in my heart, because those films are what made me fall in love with film. And those are like the only books that I read as a kid. It was the only thing that I was encouraged to read because I cared. I cared about that story, and Dame Maggie Smith was one of the reasons that McGonagall was a very prominent figure in my head. But I wanted to speak about not only her role as Professor McGonagall, but also this woman's career that I was not even remotely aware of. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, Dame Maggie Smith has won 2 Oscars. She's won 4 Emmys. She's won a Tony, and she's won countless BAFTA awards. She was almost at EGOT status, but I guess she doesn't sing, because if she did, I'm pretty sure she would have won. She's done musicals. She started her career 72 years ago. I mean, honestly, it's shocking to me how I didn't know most of this information. But I think it's just because she has spanned 7 decades, working for 7 decades on musicals, dramas, television shows, film, and stage plays. She was doing stage plays in the beginning of her career, a little later on. It's truly wonderful to see a person just kind of live a full life. I mean, I think she might have been the veteran on that first Harry Potter film, which I honestly didn't know. I thought it was Richard Harris, who also, may he rest in peace. It's just very fascinating to me. When I think about Maggie Smith, I think about her jokes. I know that she's very funny because every now and then I would come across that video on my TikTok feed of her on the Graham Norton show where she speaks about meeting, little kids who are into Harry Potter who obviously only know her from that. And one of them asked her, "Were you really a cat?" And I never skipped the video because it's very endearing. She was also battling cancer during the production of Deathly Hallows Part 2. From what I understand, she died peacefully with her family at home, and I'm really, really sad to see her go. This is Alan Rickman, Richard Harris, Dame Maggie Smith, Robbie Coltrane, Helen McCrory. Everything has its time, and God, takes everybody at their time. That's what I believe in my religion. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. And we have lost a lot of people from Harry Potter. Oh man, I don't want to cry. We've lost a lot of people from Harry Potter. And some people don't really understand why that affects me so deeply. And it's just because I watched those films more than anything else in my entire life. There's not a song or an album or a television show or a film series or even a single film that I have watched more than I have the Harry Potter films. And so she always will be Professor McGonagall in my heart. And anybody and all of the people who worked on those films means the world to me. I can't explain why, but they just do. And on that note, there is exciting news coming in the future. Watch this space for November, inshallah. I think it was an honor to witness some of her greatness. Since then, I have watched Room with a View. I have watched some of Downton Abbey. And I watched Sister Act with Whoopi Goldberg. Dame Maggie Smith was a treasure. Amazing comedic timing, amazing dramatic performances. And there's such a heart to everything she does. Even her role in Harry Potter, like for example in Deathly Hallows Part 2, where she tells Harry, "It's good to see you." Such a brief moment, but it's so moving because you know, you can actually feel like she feels that moment. And again, for an actress like Dame Maggie Smith, who at her age was wielding a wand and still giving it her all and making me believe that it was real, that's true magic. Not gonna do it, not gonna cry. True magic. She was an absolute force. She was phenomenal. She meant a lot to me, and I'm sure she meant a lot to millions of other people around the world. And she led a great career. And now I have a bunch of films of her in my letterboxd. There's that one in particular, I can't seem to remember it, but the one where she has that monologue where she says, "I am a teacher." I really want to watch that film. And I'm sure it would bring me a lot of joy. She was also a great beauty. I have to mention that. She was so, oh man, she was so beautiful. Even now when she was older, she's so adorable. She's so cute, really. Oh man. Maggie Smith was a force. I love you all so very much. I really hate making these videos, but I know that I have to. So I'm glad that I came on here to kind of talk about her greatness as opposed to just me bawling my eyes out like the first couple of times. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, and not in conditions like this. It's not great. May God protect Gary Oldman, honestly. That would, yeah. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.